Here we go. Hey guys, what is going on? We have another episode of the Feel Good in 10 health show. Call it whatever you want to call it, but I'm just here to inspire people to try and live their best life. And one of the best ways we can do that is to think, to reflect, and to act upon whatever we're thinking. So today, the topic is a little bit more philosophical. So feel free to get involved. I'm just going to allow all the comments on the Facebook pages, and hey guys on Instagram, awesome to see you all. We have people joining already. We've got Dial, we've got Mags. What's up, guys? I'll give you some waves here. And depending on where you're listening and what channel you're using, the purpose of these talks is to engage with people and to get people involved as much as possible. I'm not doing this myself. So if you guys feel like you can want to ask questions throughout this talk, go ahead. We did a live workout yesterday. I am knackered today. I've been for a run as well, so it's nice to kind of share all these emotions with you guys, because during lockdown, especially here in the UK and also wherever you are from the world, it's been challenging. And this year you have a lot of choices to make. This year will be like probably one of the most important years for making choices, because I feel like everything is like walking on eggshells, right? The economy, jobs, people's health. So if we can understand one principle that I'm going to talk about today, hopefully that will help out a lot of you people out there listening to this. And we've got loads more people joining. Hey guys, I'll give you all waves. And also don't forget to tell me where you're joining from. A lot of my clients are actually from the States. We have some from Australia. We have some people from the UK as well. But wherever you're joining from, comment below and let's get started. So today, I want to spend 5 to 10 minutes talking about, and this is just a general term, what is possible versus what seems to be typical, what seems to be the norm. And that can be related and reflected into your health, into your life, into your performance, into your job, into your personal, professional life, and so on and so forth. So, like I said, this year you have a lot of choices to make. And the question is, what kind of choices are we going to make, and what kind of results are they going to produce for you? And I sometimes reflect back and think, wow, this is like crazy. I made this one choice to move to a different country. So I originally from Bulgaria. My parents moved to the UK when I was younger, and my life has completely gone one way, right? If I stayed in Bulgaria, I probably would have, God knows what I would have done, probably be in prison at this point. But the point is, one choice can have such a knock-on effect on the rest of your life, and therefore, sometimes what we call a reverse engineering is really useful principle to understand. Reverse engineering means you have the end goal in mind and you break it down and try to kind of work towards that particular goal with small incremental changes every single day. Got a few people joining on Facebook as well. We've got Mags's cousin joining. We've got the whole family going on here. But more importantly, let's get back to the topic. So, I just want to ask you this question. I have 2 or 3 questions I want to ask today. For those of you who know me, I journal a lot of stuff. I write stuff in my diary. I strongly encourage people to do that. And one of the things I want to sort of ask you guys is how do you want to live your life? And there isn't a wrong or right answer, but sometimes asking the right questions brings out bigger answers that you wouldn't have necessarily come across yourself. So how do you want to live your life? Do you want to live your life thinking that just because 90% of people that start a diet lose the weight and then put it back on will be the results for you? Just because most marriages fail, do you think that will happen to your marriage? Just because most people, the norm, the typical is to struggle financially throughout life, does that mean that has to define you? I think you know the answer. But anyways, these are the kind of questions I want you to keep asking yourself, because I think one of the things that separates my clients and one of the things we try to teach them is they get that concept. They get the concept that typical doesn't mean what's possible. What's typical is 99.9% of people out there. And that's not necessarily to say this is good or this is bad. It's just make up your mind how you want to live your life. And eventually, when you make that decision, the choices you make after that will be much easier to make. One of my mentors told me once, I'll never forget this, and he said, "Look, you don't have to decide whether you have vegetables or meat. If you're a vegan or if you're a vegetarian, you are who you are. So become the person who you want to be, as opposed to constantly think, am I allowed to eat this particular type of meat? Is this organic better than this particular type of food? Is the HIIT workout better or worse than going for a long run on the treadmill?" It actually doesn't matter that much, because what you want to do is otherwise, things become too restrictive and too stressful, especially when it comes to health. So what I teach people to do is just decide who you want to become. What are you like? What the type of person you are. This again goes down to your values. Do you are you someone who has a lot more sort of time for your job versus your family? Because then all the choices you make and you say, yeah, I would love to be a family man and I would love to spend time with my kids, but then you've opened 4 businesses and you've got 27 properties and you've got 100 different problems going on. Your values are not aligned to what you're saying. So make up your mind. Who do you want to become? And this year, like I said, it's going to be tough, but we always have a choice. And the choices you make, I think, shape how our lives eventually progress to be. I hope that's making sense, guys. The second question I wanted to ask you is, do you want to be an example of the rule, or do you want to be an example of exception of the rule? And what I mean by that is, for example, like I said to you earlier, a lot of people that start a diet, they're super pumped. Like January, February, March time, gyms and fitness centers make like 70% of their profit or turnover, should we say, in those 3 to 4 months. Now, there is a reason behind that. It's because a lot of people are motivated. They say the new year, new me, I'm going to change. I'm going to be a different person, blah, 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 blah. And then towards the sort of September, October time, everyone complains about how they're unhealthy and they're not feeling well. And they say, oh, I'm just going to wait until January. I'm going to start again. And this is the same thing every single year. I'm guilty of that too. I feel more motivated when I go on holiday or I have a big event coming up. It's human nature. However, just because 90% of people fail with their eating habits and to get healthy doesn't mean that it's not possible. Dream big. Like, anything is possible. You just have to think it's possible and start making the small changes. But you cannot make the changes unless you're limited in here, unless you have limiting belief system. So I'm here to gently guide you through the process of maybe I don't have to be struggling financially all my life. Maybe I can make a change. Maybe I have the power to become someone who I'm not. If you're happy with how you are, that's a different story. That's awesome. You don't have to do anything. But a lot of people are complaining. Stop complaining and start doing, or be happy with how you are. Simple as that. We've got loads of people joining. We've got Blake, we've got Clear, we've got Mags saying, I'm not going to change. I like me. Mags, that's awesome. There is no need to be in this video. Nothing that I'm going to say from now on is going to help you if you like yourself and how you are. But if you're someone who is not happy with a particular area of your life, then don't compare yourself to the average. Just think what is possible. Because this whole comparison of, if you say to someone, oh yeah, but this person went this really restrictive diet and oh, they had to pay loads of money for coaching. Oh, they were there for like 6 months in the gym. Yeah, they were. That's the whole point, right? You have to put the effort and you have to have the mindset to do it. But I never see the point of complaining about something that we can change and not change it. Maybe some people just like to complain. Maybe that makes them happy, and happiness surely is the ultimate goal. So I just really wanted to emphasize this for today's video: is choose what is possible, don't choose what is typical. And we just made a podcast about sort of kind of reflecting of what happened in 2020, and that was quite a personal one to me. So I was like sharing a few sort of personal stories, and it was really interesting how your environment's extremely, it's so important to how you think and how you act. And that can be both in a negative, but also in a positive manner. So if you surround yourself with people that tell you, this is silly. So for example, I'll give you an example. When I moved to the UK, I couldn't speak a word of English. I could say 2 words, yes, and then no, which I imagine at the time got me in a lot of trouble with a lot of different conversations. But if I told my friends back home that I was going to be a doctor of chiropractic after 5 years, but I didn't know what a spine meant, or in the nerve or the brain, I couldn't say in a different language, they would have probably laughed. And that could have really affected my morale, my mental well-being, and my belief that I could do it. But I chose not to listen to people. And for me, that's paid off massively. Now, for you, you might not be the kind of personality that I have. You might be different. You might be an introvert and so on. So that's fine, but just find your voice. And quite often when people try to tell you it's not possible, I would like you to challenge that belief system and think what is possible, not what's typical. Is that all making sense? I hope you guys are, today's, like I said, it's a bit more of a philosophical one, but there is no point talking about diets and talking about working out for hours and hours and hours unless you're happy doing it, unless you understand kind of, it's because so many people not even aware of what it feels like to be super healthy and to live a life where you truly are your best self. Like I said, if you're one of those people, amazing. Tell us how to join the club. But if you're like me, you've got the daily struggles and you're trying to kind of always have this internal battle between what people tell you to do, what you think you should do, then these videos hopefully are helping people out there. The final question is, and this is the kind of how I want to leave this video, leave the video, is if you're stuck but you want to change or you want to improve in a certain area of your life, whether it's your health, your happiness, your success, your business, and you just don't know how to do it, quite often people try to reinvent the wheel, especially nowadays with entrepreneurship and the tech world and cool things like that. But 99.9% of times, someone has done what you want to do, or someone has achieved what you want to achieve, or someone looks how you want to look, and they've done it in the past. So model that person. Find a mentor, find a coach, find a program, find a university or a college that has done what you want to do. For example, I wanted to learn more about nutrition, and I could have read, and I probably did read, hundreds of thousands of papers and articles and medical books for years. But a year and a half ago, I decided, well, actually, why don't I just speak to the professionals? So I enrolled in the nutritional therapy degree course, and obviously lockdown happened and so on. But my point is, if you want to achieve something that has already been done, ask for help. It's not embarrassing to ask for help. If you guys want to have any advice, drop me a message after. It doesn't have to be like this super professional appointment where we sit down and we talk about your case. But at the same time, know that people are willing to help, and also model what's already been done. There's a big saying in business. It says, success leaves clues. Success leaves clues. So that just means that chances are, if you're trying to do something, someone has already done it, just try to do it your own, whether it's following a nutrition plan, whether it's just living a healthy lifestyle, whether it's developing a stronger mindset, all these things probably have been done. So on that note, I just want to shift your mindset from try not so much to think about the average person out there or their average lifestyle out there. Try to think about what is possible. What is possible to the human body? What is possible for you to achieve for your lifetime? A lifetime is a long time, so don't think short term. Try to have this growth mindset as we talked about the other day. Guys, until next time, I just wanted to say thank you for watching again. A lot of you texted me saying that you prefer the workouts, so we'll probably do a few more of those the next few weeks, the live workout events. Share these videos. I would just love your help and support if you can, just because I think the first lockdown we had in the UK was tough. Second lockdown wasn't so bad. This third one, I think, is really getting to people. So if I can encourage you and inspire you that it's okay to have a different mindset, and it's possible to feel healthy and feel happy, and it doesn't take that long, which is why we call this show Feel Good in 10. then hopefully other people feel the same too. So share the love, peace out, and remember, it's all in your mindset. If you can change the way you think, you can change the world around you. Bye for now.